Hello everyone, welcome back to a Spitfire show, and God, I've missed that intro. I had that for at least 3 months. Anyway, let me go through my guests and co-hosts and everything tonight. So first of all, I've got, as always, Geordie Dave.
Yeah, I've missed that intro too. Flipping brilliant, that one. I forgot that was your intro. That's how I've missed it. Oh, it's that one, the dancey one. All right, thanks for having us on again, Horlicks. It'll be a cracking show tonight, so let's get on.
Thank you very much. Yeah, we've got Mark's Modz.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Horlicks' stream. I think I'm here just for advice tonight because I've actually done the issue, so should be fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So, yeah, we'll go more into that in a moment. And last but not least, DS Models and Vintage.
Hiya, everyone. Yeah, howdy. And what a brilliant intro that is. I'd too forgotten how dancey and happy-go-lucky that was too. So yes, as the hymn goes, it goes, it goes. Praise the Lord and pass the ammunition. So yeah, and with the Lord on our side, we're going to build this Spitfire.
Awesome. Thank you, Dave. Yeah, it's nice to be back and building again. It's been a long time, and I haven't got the replacement parts yet, but I'll go through that in a moment while I'm doing this. So let's go through some chat then and see what other people we've got.
Quite a bit on here. So starting off with D. Harris. Evening, Alex. Glad to see you back again. Hope you're feeling better.
Thank you, D. Hi, D. Yeah, I'm not too bad. I'm all right.
And we'll have Crafty Chris. Hi, Horlicks. Good luck with your build tonight.
Hi, Chris.
Hi, Dan.
And we'll have Yorkshire Crafter. Good evening. Good luck with your build tonight, Horlicks.
Thank you very much. Hi, Julie.
Hello.
Then GS channel, good luck, Horlicks, if you're building modification. Hope everyone is okay and well.
Hi, Jay.
Then Dano's Universe, hello everyone, good luck with your build.
Hi, Dano.
Hi, Dano.
And Warren James, hi all, good luck tonight, Horlicks.
Thank you. Hi, Warren.
Hi, Warren.
Dave Mark, good evening everyone in the chat, and good luck with your builder, Horlicks.
Lovely. Hi, Dave, Matt.
Hi, Dave.
Gillian Milne, when it comes up. Evening, everyone.
Hi, Gillian.
Evening, Gillian. Evening, Dave Mac.
Dave Mack, evening, Crafty Chris, Yorkshire Crafter, GS Channel, Dano's Universe, Gillian Milne, and Warren James.
Oh.
He's loved doing this to me, doesn't he?
Yeah.
A very good evening again, all in the chat.
Good evening.
Gillian Millen, evening, Dave Mackbuild, Warren James, hi Dave Mark. Dave Mark, evening, D. Harris. God almighty. The delivery did this to me, this, you know. And we'll have Stuart Sullivan. Hi, Horlicks. Stuart here. Hello.
Hi, Stuart.
Hi, Stuart.
Nice to see you.
Hi, Stuart.
Hello, Stuart. And Yorkshire Crafter, evening, Dave Mark and D. Harris. And Dave Mark, hi, Stuart. D. Harris, evening, Dave Mark Bills. Dano's Universe, I love this intro. Feels ages since we've heard it. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
D. Harris, evening again at Yorkshire Crafter. Dano's Universe, evening, Dave Mark. God almighty. D. Harris, evening, Mark, Geordie, and Sir Dave. Hi, Dave.
Hi, Dave.
Hi, D. Again.
Ian Campbell, evening all. Hi, Ian.
Hi, Ian.
Hi, Ian.
Dave Mark Bills, good evening. To Geordie, Dave, Mark Modz, and Sir Dave say.
Hello.
Hello.
Dave Mark, hi, Ian. D. Harris, evening at Ian Campbell. And we'll have Stephen Owen. Good evening, everyone. Hi, Stephen.
Hi, Steve. Hope you're well.
D. Harris, hi, Steve-O. Dave Mack, hi, Steve-O. Yorkshire Craft, no, Steve-O and hi, Dave Mack. And Donna's Universe, evening, Ian and D. Whew, that was a long one. Sorry.
Wow,
And
that's a nice turnout.
Yeah, sorry about that noise. I've just went and knocked me foot in their paper.
Yeah, I feel like that. Yeah, that intro is definitely. Like, I haven't heard that for about 3 months, and I feel like, I mean, we're very close coming to the end of this build, and it's going to be sad. So, I think we might do along the. It's like when we did the Spitfire, the Routemaster, the last issue of that. It was quite emotional, wasn't it? And I think we might have to run that intro again at the end of that build.
Yeah,
like we did with the Routemaster, and I might even go to the length of uploading that intro just into the end of the playlist. So if anyone wants to watch it back in a few years' time, it's there. So I might do that.
Brilliant.
Right. Anyway, let me crack on. I'll go through something I want to bring up, and then I'll tell you what we're going to hopefully achieve tonight, time dependent. And then go from there. So I've managed to get hold of the checklist from what we need to be doing. I haven't got those issues yet, but it was uploaded and it's been a massive help. So I just wanted to cover this and then explain what I'm doing tonight. So this is the checklist we have in issue 100 or whatever it was. I think it's issue 100 of what we need to do with the in regards to the fixes and problems and stuff. So I'm not going to go into this too much because we'll cover this on the next show. But step one is saying fit the new cable. Refit the cockpit assembly because we're going to have to strip it back down to the landing gear motor assembly. It's asking us to assemble horizontal parts of the tailplane. So there's a lot of jumping around we're going to have to do with issues. But then this is interesting because it says fit the model on the display stand and then assemble the remote control and test the operation of the model. But then step 6 says, when you're happy with the operation, remove the parts we fitted, because they're obviously on to test the movements there. Then it says, carry on building the model from issue 93. Now, 93 is the circuit board. So there's going to be no testing this model until this is built.
Yeah.
So it's a bit confusing. So, because it says from issue 93 onwards. So to me, that means after you've tested it, then carry on with issue 93. But we can't test it because issue 93 is the circuit board.
Yeah. I'm wondering if that's it, because it said stop at issue 93. In other words, do issue 93, but don't do issue 94. And we took it as don't do issue 93.
Yeah, it could be probably that. So that being said, and knowing what's the problems now, thanks to the community, I know that it's safe to do this issue. So today we are going to do issue 93.
Yeah.
Which I have here, circuit board.
Yeah.
We're going to get this fitted up. And then, depending on time, I will then take the wing tops back off. Time dependent again. And if there is still more time and people haven't had enough, I will grab the base over and we'll quickly rip out the circuit board because that will need replacing as well. So I'll get that done. And then I should have parts this week, so there should be a show Friday. Then we can just crack straight on.
Can I just add something to that checklist?
Yes.
You needed to do the end part of issue 95 if you're running it on batteries.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Because in 95, what we do is we put that other circuit board on and the extra battery box, and we'll hook it all up in issue 95. So that checklist is a little bit wrong because if you're running it off the batteries the way they say it does, you need to put them bits into it first of all, unless you
Right.
use Ian's fantastic mod.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I forgot about that because I've noticed that we do get a battery box, don't we, in that issue?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, for me, it won't matter because I've got Ian's part work.
Yeah, me too.
I've got power upgrades mod, the power mod for it, which I installed in '91.
Yeah.
I actually struggled to find it when I installed it, but I've updated my playlist and added it. So I actually fitted the mod in issue 91. And I may as well plug this as well. If you do want a power mod for this or anything else, have a look on his website. Fantastic stuff on there. Great guy. And if you use code PRM002 in the checkout, you'll get some money off as well. So bonus.
Yeah.
So that being said, we'll just do the last little bit of chat here, and then we'll go down and get my rusty screwdriver out because it's been a while.
Okay, so do you want to bring up the chat then, Geordie Dave? That last little bit of chat.
Yeah. Ian Carmel, hi Dave, and D and Daniel.
Hello.
A lot of Daves on here.
Hi.
D Harris, evening, Daniel's Universe. Steve Owen, hi D Harris. And Ian Carmel, thanks at Horlicks.
Yeah.
And I will store that one.
No problem.
So, right, I am ready. Let's get building, shall we? Issue 93, here we come.
Okay. So we'll have you on solo screen then. Okay, so issue 93, ladies and gentlemen. Issue 93. It is a big issue tonight. It's a big one. There is lots to do. Okay. So we're connecting the main circuit board. Okay. Tell me when you're ready for a parts checklist.
Okay, yeah, let's go.
Okay, so parts checklist is 9301, the circuit board.
Okay, so, do you know what? I've just had that smell of electrics coming out of this. I love that smell.
Not burnt electrics, I hope.
No, well, it does smell a bit like that, but you know what I mean? That nice electric smell.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's this box here.
Okay, so that's the circuit board. All right. So then we've got 9302, the cover for the circuit board. Okay. Cover
Be
for the
careful with that. It's very thin plastic when screwing it in.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks a bit thinnish, doesn't it?
Mm.
Is it brittle, do you think?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So then we've got 9303, which is the radio.
Okay, that's this little grey part here.
Radio, kill the radio star. Okay, and 9304, the aerial.
Okay.
Right, leave it in the bag, Horlicks. You're not going to need it.
Yep. There we go.
It's a round aerial. Okay.
Wow, that's tiny.
Yeah. So 9305, aerial fixing block.
And you don't need to take that out of the bag either.
Yeah.
And 9306, aerial fixing block. There's
Yeah.
two of them.
Put those black parts in there.
Yep. And 9307 is a spring, and that's in there.
Yeah.
And 9308 is a cylindrical fixture.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And 9309 is an extension cable.
That is
that one.
okay.
That
Yeah.
you will need.
9310 is 4 2x5mm PB screws and one spare.
Okie doke. Actually, I need to put the parts tray out, don't I?
Yeah. That must be the Mark 3.4, is it? Something like that.
Yeah, sort of. There is some more. Well, there's supposed to be some more stuff coming, but been a bit of delay on that. But we'll see.
Okay.
But yeah.
So that's PB 2 times 5 millimeter, and there's 4 of them.
Yeah, that's those black screws there.
Okay, and 9311 is that there's 2 1.6 by 3 millimeter PM screws and 1 spare.
Yeah, they're in this
That's
bag here.
Okay, and 9312 is that there's 4 2 times 4 millimeter PM screws and 1 spare.
Perfect.
Super duper. So that's all the bits. There is a brown, a lot of brown and white writing in the instructions, and it says the circuit board sockets are labelled, but it is difficult to read the labels once the circuit board has been fitted. The above diagram is a key to the sockets for the labelled cables that are fitted in this issue. Before starting to fit the plugs, read through the instructions and arrange the cables in order that they are fitted so that you do not get them tangled. Okay. So I think we'll probably be better doing this as we go along, actually, Horlicks, because you're really good at this sort of thing.
Yeah.
So
I'll just give this because it's from Ian Calmuft for Horlicks.
Go on
then. Horlicks, I want to produce a wall mount for the Spitfire, something where it can rest on, show when not on the stand. Fancy working with me on this, bit like the Routemaster.
Wow.
Yeah. If you need any help, I'm always here. Yeah, definitely.
Now I'm kind of thinking with that you need clear acrylic to make it look as though it's flying. Just an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Awesome.
Just an idea. So
that would be brilliant. Now it would mean not be displayed instead of having it stuck on top of the wardrobe.
You know, have a wall bracket that's mounted with 4 screws in the wall or something, and it's all acrylic, so clear acrylic, so you can see it. So you can't see it, you know, you can just see the plane.
Yeah.
Just you'll have to have something that's going to hold it so the wheels are not touching the ground, because it wouldn't rest on them front wheels.
Yeah. Pretty sure you could cup it underneath the fuselage somewhere. Right. Okay.
Yeah, awesome.
So for this epic issue, then, you're going to need your aeroplane, and you're bringing her in nicely now. So, yeah. And, wow, you've organised your cables already. So that's brilliant. Okay.
Yeah.
And I think you might have had a bit of help there from our good Lord, might you?
Yeah.
With all them cables. Okay. So, right. Let's proceed then, if you're ready.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so step 1 says position your model on the work surface so that you can access the left side. Bring all the cables out of the opening on the left side of the model as shown. Arrange them in the order they will be used and avoid twisting them. And then step 2 says take the circuit board 9301 and fit it into the opening in the side with 3 sockets. It is on the front behind the cockpit. It is fitted into the opening first.
Okay.
So, yes, I think that's correct. Yes, it is.
I just need to remove this cable tidy because
Yeah.
I need to move this cable out the way here because it needs to go in front of that. Like so.
Okay. Yeah, and I think you're going to gonna. I mean, it says get it in that position, but let's see what step 3 says, shall we? Oh, goodness me, I see. Right. So we're not going to be able to do that yet, surely, are we? Okay. Okay, right. Well, we must be. So step 3 says adjust the position of the circuit board 9301 so that the 3 screw sockets on the back of the circuit board are aligned with the screw holes in the frame 5901 left. Fix the circuit board in place with 3 2x5mm PB screws right. So you're actually fixing the circuit board to the other side of the framework, aren't you?
Yes. So yeah, it's quite a tight fit. So I'm just trying to jiggle it out.
So I've got to work it in there. It does go in.
There we go.
There we go.
Right, so I'm just going to turn it round so I can see if these holes are lining up. I'm not sure they are at the moment.
Not quite, but they're not far off. And if people out there can see that Alex is actually fixing it to the back, the other side of the frame of the Spitfire, so he's got lots of room within the other side to put the plugs in.
Yeah. That seems to have sort of snapped into place, so I'm happy with that.
Okay, so you need now 3 times PB 2.5mm screw.
Okay, so that is the black ones.
Black ones.
Oh no!
Oh no!
My magnet's gone.
Oh,
never mind. I'm going to get out the old magnetizer.
Well, while you're doing that, I'll get the chat down.
Okay, jolly good.
Ian Campbell, I'll drop you some details on the ADR I had, Alex.
Okay, lovely. Thank you.
And Stuart Sullivan, wow, beautiful model.
She is a beautiful model, Stuart. Yeah, she certainly is.
And D. Harris, I can't wait to see the back of that so-called cardboard stand. Annoyed me from day one.
Yeah.
Me too. So I've got mine on the cardboard stand, stood on its base. So just on one side of its base.
We did have the pleasure though last night of seeing it fired up.
Yeah.
We did. There's a question for you. Maybe Marks is nearly complete. Maybe he could wait. How heavy is Spitfire when complete?
I'll wait until I've got all the panels on here and then I'll send you a message with the weight of it.
You've got most of your panels on, you've just got the back end, so you should be a bit new.
I've done 94 and 95 today, which has added some considerable weight. There is a few more other panels that need to go on, so I'll wait as soon as I've done it. But mine will be, I'm going to get mine completed this week, so I can have them figures for you by the end of the week. Spitfire week for me this week.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, it feels about 5, if that. But obviously, there's more stuff to go on, so... I guess I reckon 6 or 7, maybe.
Yeah, quite possibly. I know it's quite heavy, isn't it? It's quite heavy.
After the 2 panels I put on today, it has added some considerable weight.
Yeah, but it has too. Yeah, because I've got them all here in the plastic packets, and some of them are quite heavy, aren't they?
Mm.
Yeah. So, okay, Horlicks, how have you done there?
Yeah.
All
so
done?
All good.
Okay, so that's step 3 done. Step 4 then Okay, step 4, and this is where we begin looking at our cables and arranging them for going into the circuit board. So step 4, identify motor cable M8. On the right hand side of the opening, ease it back through the right hand side of the model left, and then thread it forwards between the frame 5901 and the back of the circuit board 9301 right. So the left and right bits, the right bits are the pictures that it's telling you to look through in the magazine Horlicks.
Hang on. I can.
Yeah, I see that. This is M8, so I need to get it back through the back.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, on the top right hand corner is the M8 cable going back on itself.
Okay, right back to Horlicks.
I'm just trying to get the light right.
You need that on screen at any point, Horlicks. Just let me know and I can put it back on screen.
Okay.
Thank you.
There we go.
Oh, lovely.
And then we need to thread it behind
there, yeah, behind that one, and behind the next one, and behind the next one, and then bring it down the side of the circuit board. Now, if you're a brain surgeon, you could do this easily, couldn't you? But none of us are brain surgeons. But I think Horlicks would make a good brain surgeon, actually.
There we go.
Okay, jolly good. Right. So step 5 then. Step 5 says bring the plug M8 round the front of the circuit board and plug it into the middle socket of the 3 at the front end of the circuit board. Note that the yellow cable is at the top.
Okay, I'm really sorry. You know what my OCD is like?
Yeah.
That is the wrong way around the plug.
Okay.
And I'm not happy. So I need to unthread that.
And take it back again, yeah. Well, I'll read that instruction out again when you go the other way around.
Yeah, I mean, you should know what I'm like by now.
Yeah, that's all right.
That's just got to be twisted to make that straight there.
Yeah.
And then it just needs to go in flat this way, yellow cable up. Because when that's through...
A little tip for you, Horlicks, with identifying the cables. You'll notice that there are some longer cables and shorter cables. The ones that have got to go more or less behind the PCB board are the longer cables.
Right. There we go. So now, the reason I did that was because when that then comes through here,
and it goes into that middle one of that block of 3 on the left-hand side there,
it's going to fit the right way, neat.
With the yellow cable at the top.
With the yellow cable at the top, and then it's not going to be twisted, because the problem is when you start twisting wires in this small space, you lose room.
Yeah.
So now it's just a case of
manipulating it into the socket.
Oh, I see. This is going to be fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun, isn't it, Dave?
Why doing it on camera? 45-minute video later.
Come on.
So why Horlicks is doing this, I'll just... this is basically what Horlicks is doing.
Yeah. It says tip the cables and sockets. Check the photograph of the circuit board on page 3 next to the parts photograph to ensure that you will fit the cables into the correct sockets. So, jolly good. And with that, then we're on to step 6. Okay. So step 6 is similarly, thread the cable labeled M7 around the back of the circuit board left. Plug it into the top socket on the front of the circuit board right. So it's got to go round the back similarly to what the other one did.
That's a different view.
The M7 cable.
No.
And it's got to go into above the last one that you did.
Okay, back to Horlicks. Just trying to give a general idea of what's been asked here.
Yes.
Because the instructions, typical Hachette, don't make no sense.
No, it's difficult to explain, isn't it? It's difficult to explain without a photograph.
There we go. So again, I'm going to tuck that down, tuck that above it, yellow cable at the top.
And yes, it's got the yellow cable at the top.
Then when I poke that through, it'll be the correct orientation, just to sweep nicely into that plug.
Just double check that is M7. Yes, it's M7.
M7. Just a case of getting that through there.
It keeps pinging me. No, it's not me. All right.
Pull that through. We'll get there eventually. There we go. And then what I like to do is just put a bend on that.
Yeah.
Because then it sits in the right place.
Yeah.
And then just position that in.
This is going to be a lot of fun for me.
It's going to be a lot of fun for me. I'm really good with tweezers.
I found after doing this issue, my fingers were absolutely aching.
Sore as well, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Right.
I think this will be a 2-day job for me.
That's correct, Horlicks.
Is that neat enough for you?
Yeah. So, right, before we go on any further, there's a little bit more chat. Geordie Dave?
Right, Ian Campbell, thanks, Mark. And Stuart Sullivan, I think brain surgery is easier, Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have thought so as well. Okay, so are you ready for step 7 then, Horlicks?
Yeah.
Okay, step 7 is take the cable labelled L2 from the left-hand side of the opening and ease it around the back of the circuit board, run it over the top of the circuit board behind the recessed section as shown, plug it into the second socket of the rear, from the rear of the top strip of the socket's right.
Okay. Yeah,
so
that makes sense.
Okay, down go.
So that's in this bundle, which I'm going to have to sadly untidy.
Untwirl, yeah.
So this is L2 here, which is this black and red cable. So I'm going to try and free that up and get this under wires that doesn't need to be under.
And then around the back and over the circuit board into the second one from the left-hand side.
Okay. Put that down through there. Just get it in the general direction. Okay, and then we're going to twizzle round. So you can't really see, but there's L2.
Yep.
Now I'm going to feed that back in there, up.
I will admit we're moaning about this, but look at what poor Dano's got to wire up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's nicely through there,
And over
and
the
then
top.
over the top in there.
Okay. And then you'll have to twizzle it round again.
We'll have a bit of a twizzle.
And you're looking at your circuit board, the top row, the second one from the left. That's the one. Yep. The red cable is to the right, I think.
There we go.
Yeah.
L2. Back to Horlicks. God, it seems ages ago we last put instructions up on the screen.
Yeah. The red cable is to the right.
Right, yeah. I'm just trying to get this wire to sit.
Trouble is that some of these wires have been jammed up for a long time, haven't they, in silly positions, and they've like got muscle memory on them, haven't they?
Yeah.
It doesn't help as well if the wires are cold and not to room temperature.
Yeah.
D Harris, I put them 3 plugs in the left on the PC board before screwing the PC board to the frame.
Bit more chat, Geordie, Dave?
Yeah, I'll just sort this out. Hang on. John, bottom way again. Evening all. Cable tidy time, I see.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, John.
Yes, John, my favourite job. I could do this all day.
And Donald's Universe. I may have a lot of wires to do, but that looks really tight to get the wires into.
Yeah, certainly is. Okay, so that's step 7 done then, Horlicks.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Step 8. Ease cable L3 to the back of the circuit board and run it towards the back halfway along the circuit board behind the frame, 5901 above. Then run the cable over the top of the circuit board beneath the frame near the aerial above right. Plug it into the top strip of sockets next to the L2 right.
Okay.
And that's a rather confusing statement because you're actually plugging it into the left of that plug you've just put in. And
no, I think the right, Dave, is to do with the picture that's on the right.
Yes, it is. That's correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
So L3.
What? Gonna twizzle?
Just a little twizzle.
Could do with the lazy Susan.
Yeah.
I could have borrowed you, lent you man.
I'm gonna put that in and up.
And then we could have sang, couldn't we? We could have sang, "Wake up, lazy Susan, wake up."
Yeah. Right, so it's going to go up through there by the aerial.
Do you know, I can't get that song out my head.
What?
What song? That song of Praise the Lord, and pass the ammunition. Praise the Lord, pass the ammunition. Praise the Lord, and pass the ammunition. We're doing God's work here. Yes, we are.
You've gone all religious, haven't we?
Aye.
Next, you'll be coming on with a collar on.
Well, actually, I wanted to be a vicar when I was a little lad.
When you found out you had to be celibate. No.
I actually have a good friend who's a vicar. He used to be the local vicar around here. And yeah, he watches me on YouTube now and again. So I'll tell you what, he's got a really nice sense of humour and everything, and he's into models and everything. Really is a good chap. Usually get roped into the Sunday morning deals that he has at church as well, because he's gone online with his church. So yeah, it's lovely. Okay, so that's L3 then.
Yep, that's him.
L3, lovely. Okay, so we can turn the page. So that's step 8 done. So step 9. Similarly, ease the cable labelled L4 round the back of the circuit board. Thread it halfway along behind the frame, 5901. Then thread the end of the cable over the top of the circuit board, under the top section of the frame, between the top light and the recessed part of the frame. Plug cable L4 into the socket at the top of the circuit board next to cable L3. So that's a lot of it's a lot of instruction to just say.
I was a lot of kerfuffle.
Just get the cable next to the last one that you put in.
Huh?
Actually, the last one that you put in, yes, it was L3, yes.
Hachette instructions for you.
Yeah, just talk about belt and braces. I think they've got handcuffs and all. Handcuffs and chains. It's smashing work, is this? It's brilliant. A lot of people have been put off recently with this Spitfire, haven't they? With all the delays and all the rest of it. But I'm just as excited as I ever was.
I was the same. I was a bit disappointed that we had to stop and there was problems. We were only getting to a month, but there was nothing we could do about it.
No.
And then as soon as I started rebuilding, well, when I did that live when we took things apart, I just fell in love with it again because it just reminded me of, building it. Even though we were taking bits off and, you don't normally do that in a build, it just reminded me of when we built it and the memories and the problems I might have had. And I just fell in love with it all over again.
The red wire is to the right again, Horlicks.
I need to know something. That's in. This area here, Mark would probably know.
Yeah.
Is that covered or do we see that?
We get to see it. There's perspex.
Right. So I can't stuff wires in there then?
Not really, no.
Because I was going to use this void as like a little wire area, but no, that's fine.
Okay. So that's L4 that's in, isn't it?
L4. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So next one then in step 10 is ease cable M6 to the back of the circuit board and thread it behind the frame 5901. Running it towards the back of the model, bring the socket around to the front of the circuit board so that you can plug it into the M6 socket next to the rear edge of the circuit board, second from the bottom, yellow arrow.
I'll just show you some, Alex. There, that's what goes over it.
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah, it's a bit of the canopy, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. So it will be seen.
Yeah.
That's all.
So now I'm going to work out which. So it looks like you've got a black cable to the top of that plug. The next one you're putting in. Near the edge of the circuit board. Second from the bottom. Right.
Going on the bottom of the circuit board now, what was?
No, on the right hand side sockets of the circuit board.
Hang on. There we go.
Right hand side sockets, and it's the second one up.
I think I need myself gripping tweezers because I'm trying to pull this through.
It's all very, yeah.
Mm.
What's a Horlicks?
It's just another day in the office.
Come on. Don't lose that plug.
I think your camera's moved, Horlicks.
Oh, good golly. There we go.
That's better. I didn't know that.
I still want to know what that motor that we paid $9.99 for was supposed to do.
Just put some extra weight in the back end. Because that's all it is doing. I think the photon, the wheels go up and down on a Spitfire and I realise it's wrong. And
the rear wheel.
yeah. And if they took the motor out, it might have affected the balance of the aircraft. So they've had to leave it in.
So this is step 10 and it's M6. And the black wire wants to be pointing upwards and it's in the second socket from the bottom on the right.
For me, it was a lot easier when you're passing the cables on the left-hand side than it is on the right-hand side, because as the fuselage gets thinner, there's not a lot of room in that bit to get your tweezers in.
Yes, absolutely.
I think they could have had that whole framework off on one side and it would have been easier.
Okay, we're in.
Smashing. Well done. So now we're on to step 11. And step 11 says, similarly, ease cable M2 through to the back of the circuit board and run it towards the back of the model behind the frame 5901. Bring it around to the front of the circuit board. And yes, M2. Goodness me. Right, so this is where you're going to need your extension cable. So take the extension cable 9309 and plug it into the cable M2 and into the socket in the end of the extension cable. Plug the extension cable to the M2 socket above the M6 cable right. And after fitting the extension, tuck the connection and any excess wire into the body of the model so that it is out of the way. Okay, so that's M2, Horlicks, plus the extension cable you got in this issue.
I'll explain this one. So if I just bring this onto the screen, if you notice, we've got a large connector here, and large connector here. And then we've got a smaller connector for M2. Unfortunately, the wire M2 has the larger connector here, so that wire is reducing the connector size down so it fits onto the board.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yes, it does make sense, yeah.
Okay. Oh, that one.
Praise the Lord. That's the ammunition. That's the ammunition.
And we have Dave Mark, evening John's model making, and John's model making, evening Dave Mark. I think the chat's very quiet because everybody's screwed to the screens tonight.
Yeah. Everybody's got the good vibes and over Horlicks and sending all these good vibes to get all these cables in right.
Having done this issue, it's not easy, but it is doable. Just follow the instructions and take your time.
Yeah.
That's all I can say, is take your time with it and, you know. I'm now going to get D in chat saying, oh, Mark, you finally listened.
Okay, so I've got M2 up here. Well, at this point, I'm going to get that cable out.
Yeah. So that's 9309 is the cable, the one that you got in issue 93.
There we go.
Okay.
Produces it.
Produces a little plug.
Plug that through.
And it comes through towards the front and then it goes into the next one up, Horlicks, and it is a black wire on the top. Whoa.
No, not happy with that.
You need it twisting a bit, do you?
I need it above that cable. That's it.
Yeah, D. No, how many times have I said that? I wonder.
I have to take things slow these days. I can't do things quickly.
Right.
Okay. Well, I'm definitely going to use my lazy Susan, I think, doing this job.
You could just have it constantly spinning, just work on it while it's moving.
Right. My Susan's that lazy, she won't eat out.
Okay, that is that step complete.
Okay, you've got the wire in and the black wires to the top. Yeah, I can see that.
Now we think of the colour Susan, the colour Julian.
Jolly good. So that's M2. That's M2, wasn't it?
Right.
M3 then. Step 13. In the same way, is cable M3 through the back of the circuit board and run it towards the back of the model behind the frame 5901. Bring it round the front of the circuit board so that you can plug it in to the socket above the M2 cable. Okay, so it's on the top one at that right hand side. So it's the M3. I think your camera's changed again. Or is it me? No, it's maybe me.
Well, I'm just no, it is. Come on.
Right. So I'm just looking at this now and I'm thinking it looks like it's a black wire on the top of, again, Horlicks.
M3, black wire on the top. Sorry, I'm off camera.
That's okay. It's just, it's difficult for you to do. Get it all on camera and get it. It's difficult without your hands being in the way. You can't do it.
Terrible spaghetti junction.
Yeah.
Oh. Goes through there. That's it. There we go. Right, and then M3 Black
So-
cable top.
Black cable on the top and into right at the top. Right hand side at the top. Are they the Hachette tweezers?
No, these ones aren't. These were an Amazon purchase.
Uh-huh.
Actually, I think these are the one that Mark's Modz bought me.
Uh-huh.
Bought me a big set of them.
Yeah, it looks like it was surveillance.
Okay, so that's step 13 done then, yeah?
Yep.
Do you want a drink or anything?
Oh no, it's all right. I've been sipping away in between.
Oh, jolly good. Okay.
Judy, the drink, Dave. Are you okay?
I've got some juice here, but I think Chris is going to make me a cup of tea. So right, okay. So step 14 then. The cable M5 is ready at the right-hand side of the opening, near the rear edge of the cable of the. Start again. Near the rear edge of the circuit board 9301. Plug it into the socket at the bottom of the strip on the rear edge of the circuit board arrow. Okay, so it's in the bottom of that right-hand side with the black cable up, is it? Just a moment. I think. Why is it not given a picture of it in the circuit board? I think it with the red cable up. With the black cable up.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Except there's no picture of it.
So yeah, the black cables are facing upwards. Obviously, these plugs only fit one way anyway, so just be really careful. You can tell because the plugs have got like a groove on them, which line up with the socket. So,
yeah. So all of them have got the black cable to the top, haven't they? Of the
they
plug.
do, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Jolly good. So step 15 then says L9. It says take cable L9 from the left-hand side of the opening, take it back through the space behind the cockpit and run it towards the back of the model, keeping it in the lower part of the space behind the frame 5901. In the area outlined in yellow center, bring the cable to the front and plug it into L9 socket, which is at the bottom, fourth one from the left, is it?
Right, I'll add it's hang on, let me show. L9. So it's the third one from the left.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Sorry, fourth one.
Fourth one from the left, yeah.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. Fourth one from the left at the bottom, L9. It's actually, is that actually in the middle, Mark?
Yeah, more or less.
Is there 4 the other side as well? I know there's 3 the other side.
3 the other side, 1, 2.
There's
It's smack in the middle. 3
Yeah.
L9 smack in the middle.
Yeah. Right, back to Horlicks.
L9.
It does get to a point on this where you are now start to plug things in from the front, not having to take the wires around the back.
The hardest thing for me is because I like the cables to go a certain way, it's making my life harder because, you know, if I was just to grab these wires and just shove them around, it probably would have been done by now. But because I'm
So I'll bring up something while you're doing that, Horlicks. Is on the left side, you've got M7, you've got M8, and you've got a blank one.
Mhm.
Now, my wondering is, why is that a blank one? Why is the Y not going into it? But if you remember a long time ago when we were working on the machine guns and everything, we did the landing lights. And the landing lights we have to pull down manually. But I reckon they tried to put a motor in to make the landing lights move up and down, but were unsuccessful.
And you've got to understand, there's another motor in the back.
Yeah, I was going to say there's a motor at the back as well, isn't there? That isn't used now.
Which isn't used.
I was meant to check to see if that actually moved when you tested it, but I forgot.
You're not plugged it in, are you?
Well, I don't know, because it got a label, didn't it? And then we're plugging everything in, but we don't know what we're plugging in as we put them on.
So remember, it's finding out what magazine it was in to get the label number.
Yeah.
We have just plugged that one in. Hang on. Let me just... That is that motor there, which comes up, runs there, which goes into M5. It's this bottom one.
So it's getting connected up and all.
It is wired, yeah.
Oh, jolly good. Right, so this is still L9, isn't it, Horlicks?
Yeah, sorry, I'm just getting this through in the position.
So the red wire on L9 wants to go to the left.
Mark, I'm just going to make a coffee, so can you watch the chat if it comes up?
Yeah.
Okay.
There is one actually. Says from D. Harris, blank one might have been for the missing motor in the back.
Yeah, that we've just worked that out.
So
here. This is the missing. It's the middle motor.
Yeah.
So the wires come out of there, and it's this one here. This wire here, which is, if you can see it wobbling, it's the one we've just plugged in into M5 at the bottom here.
Yeah.
So that motor is plugged in.
That's why I'm thinking that blank one was for a motor for the landing light, but they scrapped the idea.
Okay, let me just have a look, see how this is going. Okay. I'll leave that there for now loose, and then I can tidy them up afterwards and tuck everything in.
Yeah. Red wire's to the left, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, jolly good. Okay, so step 16 then. Step 16 is run cable L10 round the back of the circuit board, keeping it in the lower part of the space below cable L9, area outlined in yellow. Bring it to the front of the circuit board and plug it into the circuit board next to the cable L9 above. So your L10 will be towards the left of the L9. Towards the left of the L9. With the red wire towards the left.
It's not easy, this. I mean, it's literally 9 pages of instructions.
It's all right, we're on page 8, so we'll get in there. No, it's actually 11 pages. Well, if you count the front, that is.
Well, come on. It's like fishing. I can see the wire on. It's just getting it through.
Well, I think in the religious calendar this week, it's actually Eid today, isn't it? Is that the end of Ramadan?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I always thought the Ramadan was a lyric line from Greece, Ramadan Ding Dong, but you know.
I thought somebody just rammed it down.
That day's gone.
Because need some oxygen cylinders in the minute.
I thought it was a Welsh word.
Right. Okay. Okay, so this one, this is L10. No, it isn't. It is L10. It goes next to L9. And it goes to the left-hand side of L9.
Oh, yeah.
I've got to read this out, don't I? Karen, you and me both, Mark. I thought it was something to do with dam busters, Ramadan. That's what I said, Ramadan. D. Harris, very good. Ian Campbell.
Okay. That looks like it's in neatly.
Okay.
Jolly good. Okay, so 17, step 17, cable M1 is already positioned close to the M1 socket on the circuit board. Plug it in with the black cable on the left. M1, so that's right at the top, left-hand side.
And then there we go, M1.
Top left-hand side. The black cable towards the left. I'll see what you're doing now. I see that's going to be the problem, isn't it? Because they all come out sort of lower and you've got to have them higher a bit. Yeah. I see exactly what you're doing there. Yeah, jolly good.
Yeah, there's not a lot of room on this one.
No.
The good news now is, Horlicks, is you're not passing any more wires around the back of the PCB board.
Okay.
Thank goodness for that.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's step 17 done.
Yeah, the home stretch now. Over.
Yeah.
Step 18. Run cable L5 across the front of the circuit board and plug it into the socket next to the M1 cable. So that's at the top again. Second one along at the top. The L5 cable. So the L5 cable will come from the right-hand side. You've got it.
Well, I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. I'm going to amend.
Okay.
I'm going to bring it back round the back because there's no point having it trailing on the front because it can go
over the back. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to put it around the back so that can
Over
come
the
in
top.
there. Whereabouts is it? There. It can come under there. Should be enough room for it. Through there.
And it goes into that one on the top. L5. With the black cable towards the left.
And as he's doing that, Dave Mark Bills have to go, guys. So I say good night to everyone. You're doing a great job, Horlicks. Well done. I'll be doing mine tomorrow sometime.
Night,
good night, Dave. Take care now, Dave.
Good night, Dave. Crafty Chris says good night, Dave Mark. And D Harris, night, Dave Mark. John's model making. Good night, all. Have fun, Horlicks. Good night, John.
Good night, John. Take care now.
Stuart Sullivan, I thought Ramadan was an all-round tan, something you get on the nudist beach.
Oh, right.
Thank you, Stuart. Helping to read that one out.
Right. I know why they've told us to put it over the front because there isn't actually a lot of room, but there's enough.
You've managed, yeah.
So if you're willing to go the extra mile, you know what I'm like, then
yeah.
it's worth doing because that will go in there. Look at that. And you just run on the top then.
Snug as a bug, yeah. Right. So that was step 18. Step 19. So step 19 says the following cables are plugged into the sockets along the lower edge of the circuit board. Plug the cables labelled M4 and L1 into the sockets at the left-hand end of the strip, and the cables labelled L8, L7 and L6 are fitted on the right-hand side of the strip. Make sure you fit them in the correct order as shown. Okay, so we'll go for the first one on the left, and that's M4. So M4 on the bottom left, Horlicks. And it's yellow cable towards the left. It's a big plug. Praise the Lord. Okay. What are these plugs like in relation to the Routemaster ones, Horlicks? What they're like?
Exactly the same.
Oh, right.
They're the same. They need some of them need a little bit of a wiggle to line up. So if it isn't obvious that it's going in, please do not force it because you'll bend a pin.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you're struggling, just check it's the right way, give it a wiggle, and then it locates, and then you can then push it fully home.
Okay, smash in. Right, so that's the M4. Go for the L1 then, that's next to it now. So the L1. And the L1 will have the red cable to the left.
Oh, so I should have done that one first. I'm going to tuck it under this cable.
It's just the way the order is in the magazine.
Yeah, that's fine. It's not till you obviously start fitting them that.
Yeah, you come up against fitting problems. Yeah.
I mean, there's really no need to do this, but you know what I'm like.
Yeah.
I just like to have it neat, so I actually think that'll look better underneath that one.
Yeah.
Come on. Like so, and then fold it round.
Red cable on the left, I said, didn't I? Yeah.
See? And then it tucks it under there.
Nicely, yes. Very good. Very good indeed. Yep. Okay, so the next one then, your next void one is L8. So that's on the left. There's 3 left, isn't there? So it's the hard left one. So L8.
Oh no. I need to get that under both of them now.
Oh God.
Personal preference.
Yeah. Not that many left now. Thank goodness.
It's alright, these, but they're not. It's the only problem with tweezers, isn't it? They don't always work very well because they spay out.
Yeah.
I want to tuck that under there like so, push it back.
Yeah.
And then L8 will go
into the next one along that's open.
In there like so.
Red wire to the left, yeah.
See, there, it doesn't want to fit, so you have to just wiggle it about.
Yeah.
Then it will locate. There we go. And
okay.
I'll pull that back through.
Okay. So the next one then is L7, and that goes next to it.
So you want to feed that through now? Where have we got the room?
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, that one, I might just skip that one and tuck it under there like so, because that's getting a bit tight now.
Yeah.
Under there. Onto that screw hole.
And that goes in the next one along with the red wire on the left again.
Lift that up. Twist that round. Lift them up. In there like so. L7. Come on. Don't be mean.
Just a little bit more.
Okay.
Okay, jolly good. And the last one for the bottom one then is L6. And again, it's left wire to the left. It's red wire to the left. L6.
Okay, that I will run straight down because it's the LED here.
Yeah.
I'm going to just run it under these two. Like so. Fold that back. Get that in. Run that through just under there. Like so. Tuck that under there. I think that's quite nice.
Lovely. Then we're on to step 20. And step 20 says the final cable is not labeled. Oops. The final cable is not labeled. It is part 6204, which is the main connection to the display stand and controls. Plug the cable into the socket marked W1 at the top right hand top strip of sockets. Yellow cable to the right. Wow.
Wow. There we know. Need a beer after.
We've not finished yet.
Need a beer after that.
Yeah, we've not finished yet.
What, more cables?
Yeah, well, more things to do.
I'm going to say step 21 and 22, Horlicks has done that along the way.
Yeah. So I'm gonna read them out now. So step 21 then says, draw all the excess cable away from the front of the circuit board behind the frame as indicated by the arrows. This photo shows tweezers being used to gently pull the cables into the space of the tail of the model. This will prevent the cables from getting in the way when the next parts are fitted. Make sure that you do not pull any of the cables out of the sockets in the circuit board when you do this. And then step 22 says, make sure that the tab on the screw socket at the bottom of the opening in the left-hand corner arrow is clear of the cables. So you've got to make sure that tab's clear at the bottom left-hand corner there, Horlicks.
Yeah.
And then step 23 says fit the side panel 9302 over the opening in the left-hand side of the model so that the 3 screw holes in the panel top and bottom left-hand corner of the part 9302 align with sockets in the frame 6001 as indicated by the yellow arrow. Okay, and then you've got to step 25 says fix the side panel 9302 in place using 3 2x4mm PM screws. Are they the silver ones?
The silver ones, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Be very careful, it's very thin plastic.
There's one at the bottom corner and one at the top corner. Okay. Yeah. And then there's one at the bottom corner. Okay, next step then 26 is take the radio 9303 and fit it into the recess in the panel 9302. 2 pegs in part 9302 fit into the holes in part 9302. Note the position of the details on the side of the radio on the left in this illustration. This is a push fit connection. Whoa, right, okay, so the next step then is completed work. The main circuit board has been fitted inside the model and the cables have been connected. A panel has been fitted over the circuit board and a radio has been added. Unused parts and screws, the aerial and fixings will be fitted in the next issue. Well done. Whew.
Tell you the truth, that radio, you're never going to see it again once you put the panels on.
Well, yeah, I was just thinking that. No, I'm really happy with that. That's gone on lovely.
Yeah.
No dramas.
D. Harris, what a build. Excellent stream, gents. Stay well, and I'll see you all on tomorrow night.
Thank you, Dee.
Thank you, Dave.
Ian Campbell, got to go, chaps. Great stream. See you soon. Bye, Ian.
Thank you, Ian.
Night, Ian. Night, Dee.
Night.
Ian Campbell, night, D.
Right, so what's the time doing? It's 10 past. Right, I think I just want to get this wing off.
Yeah.
And
I think you've got plenty of time to. You're going to pop all these bits safely, are you?
Yep. I use blue tack, quite a lot of it. So I didn't glue it.
Yeah.
Horlicks, you get replacement parts anyway for it.
With issue. Yeah, you do. With issue 100.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, give me new bits to get on the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I got mine out in a way where I didn't damage them, but they do give you new bits. But you can put the bits aside, and if you ever lose them top bits, at least you've got spares.
Do you space, you know?
Mm-hmm.
For everything, or just for the wings?
Just for the wings.
So, sorry, I don't think I've missed anything, but we've still got the 2 small screws left over.
They will be used in issue 94.
Right, so I can go in this box.
Yeah, it said about the aerials and the wire and the
screws.
And the spare screws, Horlicks.
Oh, okay. So I missed that bit. That's fine. I will put them.
And it might be worthwhile writing on that packet 90 to go on 94. You've got a pen that'll write on there.
Yes, I have a Sharpie somewhere. 94. Can't really see that, but I can. 94.
Yeah.
So, right, that's
So-
one wing unscrewed. Now, there's only 2 screws holding this in.
And be
Yeah.
careful. Be careful because underneath there's a thing with a spring on the wing. Alright, that.
Yeah. Taped it down, didn't you?
Well, that's seems to be unscathed.
Jolly good.
So that's one wing off. Now, that was actually the one that didn't have the pad on. I was hoping it was going to be the one with the pad on first.
Okay.
No, that's the left wing or port wing.
So this one is the one. I'm being really careful because I've got a blade here. I don't want to damage the paintwork. Just wanted to get a bit ahead, that was all. Just so that when we come next week, we can just go straight on.
Yeah.
So I'm going to unscrew this wing panel. I've got the screws and the bits in my screw pot, so I know what they're for.
Yeah. And be careful of your wing tip.
Yeah, this is the one that's...
You may have to get something under that wing tip.
Sorry, I'm just going to get some light on the situation so I can see where...
This is why I didn't want to do alt with mine until everything had been tested.
Well, I can confirm the sticky pads are sticky. There we go.
Watch, so it's just dropped off.
Yeah, that's fine. So that's that off. That's still really sticky. So,
Yeah.
that will probably be okay for the next one as well.
Mm.
It was just the wing light. So I'm going to put this back in.
Yeah. I kept dropping mine every time I put the wing on. The bloody wing light was falling off and falling on the bloody floor. And I'm looking at it. I was on the deck with 6 times looking for it and picking it up.
It might be worth popping it in the right position, then gluing it in. Just a tiny drop of super glue, maybe.
Well, I thought about that, but I was worried about it going cloudy. But what I'm going to do is put that back in there, and I'm going to go. If you remember, we taped these into place, didn't we?
Yes.
So
Yes, we did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to get some electrical tape and stick that over there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And same on this side. The green.
Yeah. Jolly good.
Back to square one. Now I'm happy.
Yeah.
That is ready for the fix next week.
Okay. So do you need to do anything else to it?
Well, I do need to take the circuit board out of the base, but I'm just conscious of time. I don't know what everyone's feeling like.
I'm not bad for that. If you want to do it.
Okay.
I'm okay.
Right. So I'm going to put these bits over safe because we don't need them for the moment.
But I'd say you can get your plane put away safe, then get you.
I don't think we need instructions for that, do we? You just need to.
Yeah.
Just to advise, Horlicks, the terminals are an apt. The plugs to come out of the circuit board are a nightmare to get out.
Yeah, that's they can be, can't they? But I've got a little way of doing it. So let's see how we get on.
I'm glad I haven't fitted mine in.
But no, I'm happy with that. And yeah, because we're going to have to be working on all of that in there.
Yeah.
So move this out of the way. At least this bit's done, and then I can get the panel back on, put the plane on it, and then it can go back safe.
Yeah.
So here is the base.
It's all about the base.
Pull the panels up. Right.
Okay.
So, as far as I'm aware, this is all still in nicely. I've got the plug here because I stored it in there.
Yeah.
I'll unplug that. As far as I'm aware, I've seen, obviously, we're going to be replacing this circuit board. I believe it's dead.
Yeah.
So it's just going to be a case of unscrewing this and unplugging it.
Yeah.
So this is the power mod from Ian that we installed. It's still in place, nice and solid.
Yeah.
It comes with a jack, so you can plug it in from the outside, which is optional, which I've done. Yeah. That runs down here into the unit. This is what goes into the circuit board. And then we also have an LED that runs onto the side so we can see it's powered.
Yeah.
So, it's just going to be a case of going along and undoing these. So what I tend to do is just give them a little bit of a wiggle. And yeah, I see what you mean. The whole thing's coming away, isn't it?
Yeah.
Would it be any easier if you took the circuit board out with the wires on?
Possibly. Right, hang on. Oh, what a pain. There we go. That's one. So yeah, as you can see, if I could pull that back off, good job this circuit board's been. The plugs just come off.
Yeah.
But what I tend to do is grab it right near the cable and just gently wiggle it from side to side. And then normally...
It seems to be more when I did mine with the 2-pin connectors that were a bugger to get out.
There we go. Okay, so then we're going to unscrew the circuit board.
Yeah.
I will tidy the wires up later when we refit. Do we get new screws for the circuit boards, or do we keep these?
No, you don't get new screws.
No.
The top wires are going on in different order, aren't they?
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what they've got from this circuit board. It's very interesting.
Put it this way: when you put the wires back in, the top rows in a different order.
Yes, yeah, I did read that. Right, they can go in there. So The circuit board is relatively unscathed. Now, I mean, we're not going to need this again, but, you know, put it back together just in case.
Horlicks will make a project out of it.
Yeah, quite possibly.
That's all back together. They just push on those plastic things. They're a nightmare, yeah. But, yeah, this is out, ready for a new one.
Yeah.
So that can go up there.
Ready for your issues when you get them.
So yeah, it's just going to be a case of coming in here, refitting that when we get to that stage. So I'm happy now that I've done as much as I can do, really.
Yeah.
What I'm actually going to do is put these wings in the base.
Yeah, good idea.
Carefully.
All about the boots.
And also,
Issue 94. Their parts issue 94 could go in there.
just if you haven't done this bit already, this 4 cable here, I'm actually going to remove that from there because I think there's enough length, but this needs to be free for the operation of this because this will lift up. So this needs to be free.
Yeah.
I think I have got plenty of room, even with that in there.
Yeah.
I'm going to remove that, so there's plenty of room.
Yeah.
For that to lift up, because that will cause a problem. Those of you that got Ian, who got the mods and got Ian's email, that was the problem. So
yeah.
Put these panels back together.
If that's not free, that was pulled out of the plane.
Why not that fit in now?
I was reading on Facebook on a bus coming home. Somebody in a group, somebody said that you can get there's a place where you can get perspex to build what you call it for that. You've got the dimensions and all that, which is about 70 quid. Perspex.
Perspex, did you say?
Or acrylic or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
Nowadays, I call it perspex, was called acrylic nowadays, isn't it?
Yeah.
It says about 77 quid.
Yeah.
It was on the Spitfire group page.
You're going to put that on there like that, aren't you?
And you also get some spacers for them rubbers.
It's actually moved the position of the plug doing the wiring. So I should just turn that round. There we go. There we go.
Lovely.
Mm.
So that's on, ready for next week.
Ready for issue 100.
I'm just changing my t-shirt, sorry.
Okay.
Because I was wearing my Spitfire t-shirt. And my Spitfire t-shirt is actually my dust cover for this at the moment.
Ah, right. Okay.
Okay, well, we've got right, where was up to? 90, Stuart Sullivan. Come on, give us the Stuart Sullivan. Night, gentlemen.
Good night, Stuart.
Nice, Stuart.
Daniel's Universe. Well done. Well done. What an issue. All that wiring, very tight. It looked well. It looked well done. Big thumbs up.
Thank you very much. Sorry, I'm there in a sec. Right. Yeah. Right. Whew. God, I've got a bit of a sweat coming on. Yeah, I like to do it neat because, you know, if we do end up with problems, or I end up with a problem, should I say, it's sort of easy to look at what you're doing.
Yeah.
But it's part of the enjoyment for me. Like, you know, it's a lot of money and I just want it to be nice. So,
yeah.
Why not spend more time on it and get more enjoyment out of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be a 2-day job for me.
Me.
Plug in the base.
If that thumb starts configuring on us, that's it.
Oh, right, I'll do schedule. So tomorrow at 8 p.m. we have Crafty Chris with her Eddie Stobart. On Wednesday is myself, Horlicks, and Jack. We're doing the Arduino show at 7 p.m. Then on Thursday is the Craft and Quiz Hour. That starts at 7 p.m. On Friday, I presume is Horlicks at 7 p.m.
Yes, yeah, we should have parts. So we'll be doing the fix for the Spitfire.
And then Saturday, 8 p.m. is DS Models of Vintage with his Routemasters. Yeah. And then Sunday at 8 p.m. is the Routemaster. Not the Routemaster, the Model Builders show.
Yeah.
And then that brings us back round to Monday, and that'll be the Disney Doll's House with Crafty Chris and Yorkshire Crafter at 7 p.m.
Yeah.
And one more piece of chat. Crafty Chris, that was an amazing, well done.
Thank you very much, Chris.
Oh, another one coming. Stuart Sullivan, thumbs up.
Thank you, Stuart.
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed that issue. You know what I'm like when it comes to electronics anyway, but yeah, really enjoyed that and making it all neat and tidy. And yeah, I couldn't have wished for it to go better, really.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm not out of the woods yet because we've got to test the thing, but I'm happy so far. So
okay, fantastic,
lovely.
Yeah, brilliant.
Well, thank you very much, everyone, for being here all the way till the end. I know it's been a late stream, but it's just I wanted to get this done before we go on to the fix, because the plan was to do this with the fix, and I think it would have been a bit too lengthy. So
yeah,
I think I've done it just right. We've done that. We've removed the circuit board. We've got access to the under the wings now. So there's just a few more bits to take off, and then we can rebuild up. And yeah, we'll next on Friday. The plan is we'll keep going until it's done and we can test. That's going to be the plan.
You're well ahead of me now.
Well ahead of me as
well. Yeah, that's it then for me. So let's go and let's say goodbyes. So hang on, let me just stop that. Let's go Geordie Dave first.
Just caught us there because Robert was just speaking to us there. Sorry about that. Cracking show again. Enjoyed watching all that way, and I've got that to do myself. I'm not looking forward to it, but I'll probably enjoy it once I get stuck into it. So thanks everybody for staying to the end of the show, and don't forget, give Horlicks a big thumbs up, and so good night from me.
Lovely, thank you. Thank you very much. Mark.
Okay, yeah, it's a good night from me. I think Horlicks have done really well tonight and shown you how you do wire up a Spitfire. And I'll see you on the next one.
Lovely, thank you, Mark. And last, but again not least, DS Models of Vintage.
Well, what did we expect? We didn't expect anything less than what we've actually got from Horlicks, and that is an absolute brilliant stream. So yeah, all them wires, and as always with Horlicks, it has to be lovely and nice and neat. And he's shown us how to do it now. So yeah, I've got mine to do, and as we all have, and so I'm actually looking forward to it actually. So I'm going to do exactly the same and do the circuit board and then take the wings off and then go back and do it as the instructions tell us to do, which is brilliant. And yeah, I am actually looking forward to it. So yeah, it's going to be a fabulous, well, it's going to be a complete day for me, I think, to do all that's necessary. So because I'm like everybody else in the community, I'm up to 92. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it in a way. And yeah, please, if you wouldn't mind, give Horlicks a nice good thumbs up and subscribe to his channel if you already haven't done so, because you already because he needs some more subscribers if possible. And then he's got the code down here as well for the Partwork Upgrades mods, and go visit them. Ian Campbell at Partwork Upgrades, go visit them, and you get 15% off as well. So if you use this code down here, PRM002, so that's Horlicks' code. So it's good, big good night from me. Thank you ever so much for watching, and take care now, and we'll see you soon.
Lovely. Thank you very much. Thank you all for your nice words. Thank you for helping me tonight. It's been
You're welcome.
It's been a while since I've jumped back into this, but no, it went all right. So yeah, really looking forward to Friday. So yeah, I will see you all later, and I bid you all a good night and a good week. So
see you now,
everyone.
No.
In the sky, gazing far into the night, I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through?